Hi class, I'm using my screen recorder this week to do our lecture. There's no computer concepts section for week 5. What I did do though is I recognize the amount of work we've had to do for Excel. So for the last module of Excel, I only have you do the simulation. We're not doing the project. So in total, you'll have 3 deliverables for this week. And I may put up a discussion question as well. And we start Microsoft Word this week. So we see my screen. I have 2 versions of Microsoft Word up. I'm going to do the project for you. And if you need it, you can refer back to this. So our Microsoft Word and my ribbon items are condensed right now because I am showing their instructions along with the document. So I can span this out for a second. We have our ribbon, which starts from File, which is our Backstage view, and goes all the way to me for Acrobat, because I have some Acrobat add-ins on here. But for you all, you'll stop at Help. We see we have a clipboard similar to the one we had in Excel. We have a font group. When we see this item where my mouse currently is, this means we can expand options for a particular group. So this is what the options look like for font and paragraph and so on. We have an insert where we can insert many different things, including text boxes, headers, and footers, which I'm sure we'll get into. We'll get into videos probably, some pictures, which we're going to do today. Draw, no one ever uses. Design is where we're going to change themes today, and we can change styles and the colors of themes. Layout, we're going to change a margin today. We can change the size of the page. We can insert columns. We can change the orientation. We have indent and spacing here as well as from file and paragraph. References we're going to get into when we learn how to write citations and bibliographies. Mailings we're not going to use. Review we're going to use when we look at spell check and thesaurus. View is just the way we display our documents when we're editing them. When I go over things like my syllabus, I go to web layout, but I work every day in print layout. So with that being said, I bring our document back up. Okay, so here we go. Our first step, we want to change our document by changing its theme. So you read through the narrative, you'll see 1A, change the document theme to Office. Well, that's going to be in Design. Themes is all the way to our left. So I'm going to click it, and Office is the first theme we see. So we're going to click it. Now we're going to change the document theme to red. So same section under document formatting and design. We're going to click colors and go down to red. And we see everything's changed in red. For step 2, we want to change the margins to narrow so it can fit more on a single page. And we do that in layout. We go to margins and we're going to click narrow. So it's 0.5 margin all the way around the document. So that takes care of 2. Next, we want to manipulate the picture to make it a little smaller, but bring some emphasis to it. So we're going to click on the picture itself. And just like we see in Excel, when we select a shape or object, we get another menu, which we have picture format. So we're going to click it. We're going to change its shape, its size, its height, to 2.5. And we're going to stay in picture format, and we're going to go to the styles, which are right here. For me, when I had it minimized, it's quick styles. And our center shadow rectangle is in the third column, third row for me. It might be different for you, but we just scroll over to see which one we have. And now we want to apply a picture effect of glow. Picture effect is right next to quick styles, or it would be right here. So we want glow. I don't remember which glow we need. We need glow 5-point brown accent color 6. All right. Brown, 5-point brown accent color 6. That is correct. Okay. I'm going to bring this back to minimized. And we're going to change things about our paragraph, in particular this financial aid workshops one. So we highlight the 2 rows. So I want financial aid and a space under it. So I'm going to expand paragraph. And I'm going to expand it again. And I would have done the same thing if I was in the full version. I would go here, and I would go to spacing, because that's what we're going to do next. So with our indents and spacing menu of paragraph open, we want to change the spacing before, right where my mouse is now, to 12 point. And we're going to change after to 6 point. Excuse me, and we're going to hit OK. And now we're going to change our case to uppercase. And if I right click on this selected paragraph, I get 2 options. I'm going to use my mini toolbar to change it. So I want to change my case. And I'm not getting it that way, so I'm going to go to font. And my menu from font, my uppercase is the A with the little a next to it, capital A with lowercase a. And I'm going to go to uppercase. And our font, we're going to leave the type the same, and we're going to go to 28 point. Okay. In step 5, we're being told to copy Avery University, so we're going to highlight Avery University and hit the copy button from our clipboard. And we're being told to put it in a blank paragraph after financial aid workshops. So we can hit paste here. Step 6, we want to look at the next paragraph starting with Monday, and we want to make bold the Monday, November 8th paragraph using the same formatting as the other dates. So we're going to use our format painter to do that. So I'm going to highlight Tuesday. Up under clipboard in our home ribbon option, I'm going to use my paintbrush for format painter. And now I'm going to click the text I want to change the format of, so Monday, November 8th. Keeping my mouse down, I take my mouse button off, and we didn't get it, so that's all right. There we go. So now we've changed that text to bolded font to match Tuesday, November 16th. Our next step, we want to take the Monday, November 8th paragraph and the individual meetings paragraph and make it into a bulleted list. So I'm going to highlight this text, and I can either click and drag the text like this, or I like to do better, go into margins and click there. Okay. So we're being told to create a bulleted list. So from my mini option, my bulleted list is right above us. So this pops up when I highlight that text. So I've created my bulleted list. Step 8, we want to add the requesting the bolded text in our directions to the paragraph workshops present. So it's going to be workshops present guidelines for requesting the following types of financial aid. So step 8 is done. So step 9, we want to make often with interest into italics. So I go to my font group, which again is condensed. If you have things up full screen, it'll look like this, and italics button is right here. And while we're here, my full page view, my bulleted list we did a couple steps ago is right here. My format painter is right here. Our bold button is right here. I'm going to go back to my mini view so I can see the instructions at the same time. So we're up to step 10. We're going to delete the sentence, jobs are usually available on campus, which is under work study. So we're going to take the period, drag all the way to jobs are usually available to us, and we can hit our delete key on our keyboard. Step 11. Emphasize the workshop list from the paragraph beginning grants to the one beginning work studies as follows. So we're going to change the font of this list. And by the look of the finished document, I do believe we need to do the work study paragraph. If that comes up incorrect, I will give everyone credit for it. The directions are very poor. But what we want to do is we're going to change the font of this to Trebuchet MS. So from our mini toolbar, we can click next to Calibri and scroll down to Trebuchet. And apply it. And now we want to change the color of the paragraph, which is in our paragraph menu under font color, to dark red accent 1, which is the 5th column and our 5th row. We can see dark red accent 1, 25%. So that takes care of number 11. So on number 12, we're going to make our last paragraph a little more engaging. And we're going to do so first by removing the hyperlink www.avery.cengage.edu. So we're going to click to highlight this text. We're going to right click. And from our right click menu, we're going to hit remove hyperlink. We're going to highlight our URL again, get our mini toolbar, and we're going to apply the orange accent to color, which is 6th column, 1st row, orange accent 2. So step 13 wants us to center the complete financial aid guidelines paragraph and apply a theme color to that paragraph. So we're going to click in the margin for that paragraph and we're going to center it. And we want to have the shading be, I want to show you the full view with the paint canvas shading. We want our shading to be dark red 1, lighter 85th column, 2nd row. So we want 5th column, 2nd row. And we can click out of there. Oops, sorry. We're going to insert a picture now where the cursor is. So we're going to go to our insert menu. This is one you would have had to download from the first page in Cengage where you downloaded the assignment and the instructions. So we're going to go to insert pictures from this device. For me, they're in my downloads. It's support _ WD365 1A graduation and insert. And now we want to make sure this is one page, so we want to change the size of our picture. And we do so from our picture format tab in our ribbon. In our size, we're going to type 1 and hit enter. And now we're on one page. Our last step is to put a border around our document. And we're going to change that border's color and width. So I'm just going to make this bigger. And I'm going to go to design. Our borders option is all the way on the right for our borders. It wants us to do the second style, which is this dotted one. And it wants us to apply the 9th column first row theme. Or color theme, I say. 9th column, 3. Brown accent 5. And we want the border width to be 1.5. And we'll hit OK. And now our document's done. So I'm going to do this the rest of the semester with at least one of the projects in our week, as well as any lecture materials that we will have. I've been very graceful with our deadlines the first 4 weeks of class. I'm going to tighten that up. So we have to make sure we know what we need to do for Cengage. If we don't, you need to ask me, and I can make sure we're doing the right thing. I didn't mind, because I didn't really tell you right off the bat we had to click the computer concepts icon when we had lecture materials. But if I lecture on a topic from our other part of our text, there's going to be some questions around it. So please pay attention to the layout and the deadlines of Cengage, because like I said, I am going to tighten up our timelines. Hope you all have a great week. I hope these videos showing us how to do these help. But again, I'm very proud of all the work both my sections of